everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is going to be a data mine patch. As always, thanks to YUFINETHROWAWAY for the wonderful support. They're also saying patch is a work in progress right now, so there might be more after this video, but I want to go to sleep, so we'll see. But I will leave the link in the description below here. So let's just take a look at stuff. We've got a new story background here. Yeah, that looks like a pretty sweet background there. I don't understand. Oh, they're kind of darked out. Okay, so we have Crescent Moon Rin. We've got Mui. We've got Basar. We've got Husbando. And we've got Lifa. Oh my bejesus. Please. Nanori and Afi, holy heck, girl, wow, girl, holy, geez, wow, I didn't even see that before. So new tutorial images. This is going to be the Free Spirit Tyria. Not much to say here. We do see Marja. I'm going to try to remember his name here. Cool. New borders. Yeah, those are borders indeed. Background packs, cool. New monsters, 52 of them. I'm not going to click through though. Probably just a bunch of cyborgs, I'm guessing. Yeah, a bunch of cyborgs so far. I say I'm not going to click through it, but I really like waifu cyborgs and husbando cyborgs, but it doesn't look like there's any. New NPCs. Okay. There's the one. This is the one that was in the new story icon on the right. So we have the Samsara Appraiser beads. We've already talked about these. I'm not a fan of this one at all. 40% chance at max. And I have to say this every time I look at artifacts. You're not going to have 40%. You're going to have like in the middle. You're going to have like 30% because yours is going to be plus 15. It's not going to be plus 30. The odds of you having 40% if you're not hardcore whaling specifically for this artifact are so low. So like realistically, we need to look in the middle. So like 30% chance each to grant increased effectiveness or effect resistance and defense for 1 turn at the end of turn. Not a fan of this whatsoever. I don't think this is worth pulling for. Then we have the Manica of Control, exact same thing here. So 10% hit, so you can expect about 15% and 7.5%, 8% critical hit chance. Not a fan of this either. Not that it's bad, but it's a thief, and then you've got to compete with Moonlight Dreamblade and all the other things. We then have Wall of Order. Geez, that art is beautiful. This is a limited artifact as well, by the way. And I misread this one before. Actually, I didn't misread it. It's just kind of not super explained right. So this isn't one enemy. This is all the enemies. So if everybody has like 2 buffs, that's 8 buffs worth, right? So that's a lot of combat readiness. So, or that's a lot of chance to get the greater attack buff. So that's something to consider. And then you have the combat readiness of the caster by 10% at the end. So I think this is a fantastic artifact the more I look at it, especially for Ranger, because there's not always the greatest Ranger artifacts. Like there's a lot of really good Ranger ones, but they're not always like super specialized, right? And Crimson Moon of Nightmares here. We have a Tenebria artifact, which is increase the dual attack chance by 14% at max. So probably about 10% there. Not really sure what to think about this either, with effectiveness up by 30%. So kind of cool here. I do like this artifact, and I think it's kind of interesting for mages. But again, you're competing with Abyssal Crown, and you are competing with the other one as well. Abyssal Crown, Etika's Scepter, Ayala Violin, Tagael's Tome. Mages are stacked. But the most important thing here we have is Landy, and I actually really like the lines for Landy. So she's arrogant and loyal. I do like that. And her camping one, oh my god. Even machines have their own needs and desires. So you need to be kind to them. Give them names. Make them part of your family. Hug them, talk to them. Oh my god, Landy, I love you so much. That's awesome. Which is kind of like having these camping lines and being arrogant and loyal is kind of surprising to me, but I guess she's loyal to some people and arrogant because she's the chief officer. Not really sure, but let's take a look at the multipliers here. And forewarning, I'm not the best at multipliers, but we'll read some comments, and I'm sure you folks will help us out in YouTube comments as well. So we have the most important one here, 1% for skill 1, which is kind of expected. And for this one, we have 0.9 with up to 1.15 on a burn, which is a decent amount, but nothing fantastic. But at the same time, she's going to be able to just go ham, right? She'll just be able to cycle it and get her attack up really quickly. So I'm kind of curious how she's going to work, because I don't think she's going to be like a one-shot cleaver, but she might be like a 1-2 punch cleaver, and she might be like a prolonged battle sort of thing. One thing I do want to mention as well is it doesn't say cannot be countered on here, but I'm sure that's something that will be fixed. And as always, this is a data mine, so take these with a grain of salt. And this is something I actually missed in the last video, reset skill cooldown. I didn't see this when I read over her skills last time. So she's going to be able to pop her full burst and just start blasting. Like, she's going to be blasting the whole time. Like, so good. She's going to be just blast. And I'm excited for that, because that's really fun, especially if you can blast your full burst, and then you've got a bunch of counterattacks, and I don't know. I'm super excited for that. So MUQ was nice enough to give us some comparisons here. So she is 1.2 on BBK with a soul burn of 1.4, so you can kind of see how much less damage she does here. But we're still not entirely sure how that 50% attack goes into it as well. Judge Kisei, skill 2 and skill 3, 1.0. Hey, Vildred here, 1.04 with soul burn 1.25. And Briarwitch Iseria here as well. So interesting. Ha! I want to talk. I don't really know what multipliers are considered good. So can someone tell me if Landy's damage is good? I agree. Legendary says, at full focus, it's slightly more damage than Judge Kisei's skill 2 on 2 targets, and slightly less than her skill 2 on 3 targets. Target can't counter, but it's also going to survive, essentially. The idea here is she's supposed to cycle turns, which means she'll be built a bruiser, likely only used in RTA and maybe some Guild War offense. You won't be using her in AO unless you're doing something like Rose C-Dom, her and another cleaver. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Wow. You guys can't see the chat. Oh no, I'm not re-recording it. You had to listen to me anyway. Oh my god. Why is this so hard? Why do I struggle with this every time? But anyways, that's about what I thought. Obviously, you should pull for her. She's limited. It doesn't matter if she's horrible, right? You should pull for her just because she's limited. Her artifact is limited. And you should theoretically have enough to get her no matter what, especially since they're giving us a week or 2 weeks of like preemptiveness to save up. And you should have been saving since at least last week as well. So I'm going to hit one more refresh here and see if there's anything new. Patch is still a work in progress. Okay, so we're going to stop here now. Link will be in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Give YUFINETHROWAWAY a big thank you. And thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always. Go summon for Landy. And I wish everybody the best of luck. Bye, everybody.